hottest cop I have ever been pulled over. And you were so respectful and so nice.
Thank you.
You came over, you were communicated what you needed, and then you were hot. See, if the police departments and sheriff hire more hot police officers, we wouldn't have violence anymore. Because all you would do is do what you did. You walk over and say, hey, let me see your driver's license and ID. And do that smile right there. Sir, you could bring peace to the Middle East.
Women had the ability to make me feel good about myself in a way that nobody else could.
Facts.
I was lucky enough to get hit on by a handful of black women, when I was single.
Facts.
Every time it felt better than any drug I've ever done.
Oh, jeez.
In my life. It's just the things they say, the way they say it, it turns me into a child. They'll be like, oh, you're one of them fine white boys, huh? I'll be like,
look at him.
Who, me? It's fucking incredible. One time I was in New York City. I was walking down a New York City street and a black woman, she was staring at me hard. And as we crossed paths, I turned around to see if she continued to stare, and she did. And she goes, you're just so handsome, that's why I'm looking at you like that. And my white ass just went, thank you! And I kept it moving. But I was high off of that shit for a month, dude. For a month, I was walking around like, I'm gonna be a famous comedian, I think. Which has nothing to do with her thinking I'm hot. That's just the level of power behind that shit. I've been told I was attracted by white women before. It's not remotely the same thing. White women tell me I'm hot, I question their judgment. If black woman tells me I'm hot, I believe in my dreams. That shit is incredible.
I thoroughly watch you walk to your car and back. I just want to know, I could tell you work out, and I'm glad and I'm appreciate that God helps you to work out, and He did a great job on you. Yes.
Well, I appreciate that.
You have a brother?
Very nice.
The best part about living in Atlanta
Eating that
is
up.
that the probability of getting a compliment from a black woman is very high. And I know this is racist, but a compliment from a black lady just means more. I don't know why, but if a white lady compliments me, I'm like, oh, good for her. She's having a good day. If a black lady compliments me, in my soul, I'm like, yo, I earned that shit, all right? I'll cancel therapy. I'll be like, hey, Dr. Cohen, this is over because Gloria told me my fit is fresh as hell.
Facts.
Black women don't even try when they compliment you. They'll just pick one thing about you, they'll turn it into a compliment. They'll come up to me and be like, okay, glasses, I see you, glasses. And I'll just smile like a dumbass, like, yeah, you know me, you know I wear glasses. You know I can't see.
Welcome back to this channel. I hope you are all doing good. Today's discussion centers around an interesting conversation that has been gaining attention online. We have more and more people who are sharing stories about positive interactions between black women and white men. And some white men are expressing genuine surprise at the compliments they have been receiving. So let's just note that it's important to remember that experiences vary from person to person. No group is a monolith, and not everyone shares the same opinions or preferences. What we are discussing today is a social media trend and the reactions surrounding it. So let me just get into these clips. I'll be coming back with more commentaries. In case you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. Let's get into the clips. I'll be back.
Do you hesitate to give strangers
Okay, so I'm married to a black woman, here is proof, and she has been hyping me up for the last 15 years, which has led to me having a degree of confidence that, frankly, no human being on earth should possess.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! 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 Well, ooh!
Why would you encourage that? Like, why would you convince somebody? That sequence of body movements was somehow good for the world. My dancing is so bad, I have undone the collective rhythm of billions. Like, I am flattered, but that is not setting me up for...
No, it's part of my DNA as a black woman. And I'm gonna shout out my American black sisters who really the ones who taught me this, where we will, it doesn't matter where we are, you could be at a funeral, you could be walking down the street, you could be at your job, you could be in the middle of a newscast and be like, girl, pink jacket, I see you, girl. Need to know your name, but whatever looks good is like, I see that blowout, girl. I see you. And that's what we do to each other. So it's just, I don't even think about it. I just do it. I'll walk out here and be like, "Ooh, green, I see you, pop it." So to me, it's like, this is what you do, and it just lightens. You don't, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Just say nice things, say hi, you look great. So we do that all the time.
You know what? What makes this conversation interesting is that many of the white men who are sharing their experiences are saying they weren't expecting the level of kindness, the encouragement, or appreciation they received. Some even describe being complimented on their character, work ethic, appearance, personality, or simply the way they treat others. So, in a world where social media often highlights conflict, division, and negativity, positive interactions naturally stand out. So that's one reason why these stories are attracting so much attention. And many people online have pointed out that genuine compliments can have a powerful impact. In fact, numerous studies have shown that men generally receive fewer compliments than women throughout their lives. Because of that, even a simple positive comment can leave a lasting impression. And some of the white men participating in these discussions, they are saying they were surprised not necessarily because of who the compliments came from, but because they rarely receive compliments at all. And for some, hearing encouraging words from someone that they didn't expect made them reflect on how meaningful simple acts of kindness can be. On the other hand, or on the other side of the conversation, many black women participating online explain that they believe in giving credit where it's due. And they argue that if they notice something admirable about a person, whether it's confidence, kindness, intelligence, or style up, they don't see a reason to keep it to themselves. So this perspective has resonated with many viewers who feel society could benefit from more positive communication overall. What's fascinating is how quickly these interactions challenge assumptions that people may have about one another. Social media often creates narratives that different groups are constantly in conflict, but real-life interactions frequently tell a more nuanced story. When people actually communicate, they often discover that they have more in common than they originally thought. And another reason this topic has gained traction is because it highlights the importance of appreciation. Everyone wants to feel seen and valued. So regardless of race, gender, or background, people tend to respond positively when others acknowledge their strengths or efforts. And some commentators have argued that the conversation is less about race and more about human nature. And they even suggest that the surprise being expressed by these white men reflects a broader reality that many people simply aren't used to receiving sincere compliments. And think about it for a moment. How often do people go out of their way to tell someone they are doing a good job? How often do people compliment someone's character rather than focusing solely on appearance? And these small moments can make a bigger difference than many realize. And of course, not everyone agrees with the way the discussion is being framed online. Some people believe social media tends to exaggerate individual experiences and turn them into broader trends. That's a fair point. A few viral videos do not necessarily represent the experiences of millions of people. However, they can still provide insight into how people perceive and react to certain social interactions. What many viewers seem to appreciate about this trend is that it focuses on positivity rather than conflict. Instead of highlighting arguments, accusations, or division, the conversation centers on respect, appreciation, and mutual understanding. So in today's online environment, that alone is somewhat refreshing. And another lesson from the discussion is that kindness often creates a ripple effect. And when someone receives a sincere compliment, they are more likely to pass that positivity on to someone else. A simple conversation can brighten a person's day and even change their outlook. Many people sharing their reactions online have said that these interactions encouraged them to be more open, more approachable, and more willing to compliment others themselves. And at the end of the day, perhaps that's the biggest takeaway from this entire conversation. So the story is not really about one group complimenting another group. It's about the impact that positive words can have on people. It's about breaking down assumptions and recognizing each other's humanity. So whether the compliment comes from black women, white men, or anyone else, the principle remains the same, that respect and appreciation can go a long way. So as social media continues to amplify stories like this, perhaps the real opportunity is for people to focus less on stereotypes and more on the individual interactions that bring people together. Because when people treat each other with kindness and genuine respect, everyone benefits. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you ever received a compliment that completely surprised you? How did it make you feel? So if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss the future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All credit belongs to the original creators of the video. This video is meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. See you in the next one.